Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. Got some plays for you today out of my Carolina Panthers ebook. If you guys don't know, this is the playbook that I use the most. I try to recommend it as much as often because, like I said, it is the book that I use. I also use the Patriots defense, which is the only defense I put out so far. But without a doubt, to me, this play has some of the best plays in the game mixed together. And today I want to show you some red zone plays because I got a lot of people in the comment sections that really tell me that they're having trouble scoring in the red zone. When it comes to scoring in the red zone, you really want to have a combination of plays based off of distance. That's pretty much how I do it. I have a play that I run within 3 yards. I have a play that I run within 5 yards. And I have a play that I run within 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, etc. That's pretty much how you want to set up your red zone offense. Or pretty much anytime you're within that distance, you have a play in mind to go to. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. The first play, like I said, I'm pretty much going to start my way from the 3-yard marker back. And I would say the first passing play that I would pick from a 3-yard distance and in would be the spacing play of the gun empty bunch. This would be one of my go-to plays when I'm within 3 to 5 yards of the end zone. This would be pretty much my favorite passing play. So let's go ahead and let's pick that. There's a spacing play in a lot of different formations. Any bunch formation should have a form of spacing play, so you can use that with this concept. I just like the this one particularly because I run this formation quite a bit. So let's go ahead and let's pick that. Before I start the video though, I just want to thank my new sponsors at MMOXP.com. If you guys are looking to buy some coins for your MUT team, you can do that there, and you can support me by supporting them and buying your coins through them. And make sure to use discount code MONEYSHOT so they know that you came from my site, from my channel. Other than that, let's get into the video. So I find a lot of people struggle the closer they get to the end zone, because a lot of times there's so little space. You really have to have pretty accurate reads, and it's just a lot of people just have trouble with this. This looks like it's probably gonna be a double safety blitz or maybe a cover two. Not entirely sure. But I can tell the way that I do my reads with the spacing play is I start with the RB route. I start with him and work my way from right to left. So the RB route's going to be in the flat. That's going to be my furthest receiver to the right. If he's, if there's somebody in his area, I just work my way over to B, then I work my way over to A, then I work my way over to Moore, who's going to be crossing. So that's pretty much how I make this read. And like I said, I can pretty much determine, just based off of spacing. That right there, I probably threw it a little bit earlier than I wanted to. But I knew that defender was going to shoot down to the RB route. I'm going to go to the replay. If I would have held that ball a little bit longer, you can tell that he was, even though he was in the area, he was going to make his way over to the RB route. It's just the way this typically goes. You can see he was already starting. That's why I threw the ball back and I had the opening. But typically, otherwise, he'll just sit right in front of it. But he's already working his way over, and that's why that little comeback route's going to work. So like I said, just working my way from the flat beater to the A route to the X route. They were both open there. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. Those two routes a lot of times will get open the most. I also want to make sure that when I throw it to the B route, especially, that I'm hitting that low. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, the guy was behind him because it was a man coverage. But if I throw that low, if I hold the LT button, a lot of times it won't matter as long as he's not in front of him. Like I said, right there. You know what I'm saying? If I throw that low like that, I'll get that animation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times in this particular setup, low passing is going to be the way, because sometimes the defender will knock it out late in the red zone, in the end zone. And getting that low pass off is really going to be key. So like I said, right there, he's behind me. Just go ahead and low throw that, and we're good. It's easy money. If it's a man coverage, a lot of times A and X are going to be the best look. But like I said, you can see how a lot of times they're just posting up and giving up this B route a lot. Typically, your user won't come out and cover that. They'll typically cover the inside A and the X route. So they probably won't even be, I'm saying, like aware of that route. So here we go. Once again, low throw that. It comes back right in front of the defender. But the play is just like the name. I mean, it's called spacing. You're pretty much just looking for space right there. They just left the middle wide open. I get the A route. Like I said, I'm throwing at his feet pretty much every time. This isn't like, like if you throw high a lot of times, you'll just get these errant throws. You don't get that necessarily with the low throws. EA messed up the high pass because people were abusing it, but the low pass doesn't really have that effect. So, you'll get accurate throws pretty much every time when it comes to that. So that's pretty much it for one pass play. Let's move on to another one. So my favorite run play from this distance is probably my favorite run play in the game. I typically pick the triple option, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just make sure you have a running back at the fullback spot, because he's going to get the ball quite a bit. So let's pick the triple option. This is a really hard to stop run play no matter what defense you run up against. We'll go random 4-3 just to keep it consistent. So the only real read, I mean, I can take it right up the middle. a lot of times, because this is a short yardage run, I'll typically have gaps right there, but typically I want to take it outside of the tackle. So all I'm really reading, like, is Olsen outside of my furthest defender? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's so much space. Running the ball to me inside the 5 is typically the best way to go. As you can see, I'm just having, you know, there's just no real, there's nothing really in my way. I mean, there's just there's nothing but space to get a couple of yards. I shouldn't have too much issue with that. But this is definitely one of my go-to run plays, and you can see it's pretty much to the fullback every time. There he didn't get in, but I had space. I just didn't really make a good option with the run. So, like I said, we're just, you know, there's just nothing really can stop this within 3 yards. Typically, I take this wider, but because of that safety, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's not really going to be my read. If there's a cover 3 safety, the safety's down in the box, I don't typically want to try to stretch it outside, but that's definitely an option as well. As you can see, there's just really nothing stopping me. So if you can get to within 3 yards of either a first down or a touchdown like this, this is going to be one of the better plays. There's just nothing really in the way. So, like I said, I mean, it's pretty much, you can just see, there's just nothing but gaps. Before I move on, though, I just want to show that this isn't all Madden, because I do realize from time to time when I make this look a little bit too easy, I just feel the need to show that this is on the same all Madden stock settings. Nothing, I didn't mess with the computer skill or nothing like that. So I just want to make sure that nobody really thinks that. So here we go. Like I said, I always have the option to go the other way with the pitch, and you can see that that's still going to be a good play to both sides. So the next play that I would use if I'm a little bit further back, say like the 5 or the 10-yard line, even at the distance that I'm at, it will still work, is the post. So let's go ahead and let's pick that. This is a really official money play. Let's go ahead and let's pick random 4-3 again. Like I said, I could run it from this distance, and it'll be a different read. I typically would put the B route on a smart route, but essentially if I run it from this distance, the X route is really going to be the read. You can see he gets just behind the defense right to the back of the end zone there. But like I said, because of how tight the spacing is, I typically would run this a little bit further back. But you can see, I mean, he doesn't go out of bounds. That's the bottom line. But like I said, I would find that this play would be best anywhere from 5 to 10 yards. Like I say, if I'm closer, look, I'll go back to the 5. But this is a play that'd be better a little bit further away. So the B route, you know, the further back I am, the more the B route is going to be the money route. As you can see, he just gets open against most coverages. It really doesn't matter. So the further back I am, the more he becomes the read. The closer I am, the more the X route becomes the read. But you can see, like I said, he's hitting that back pylon from pretty much at this exact distance. So like I said, if I'm inside the 3, I can do the exact same play, but it just changes the receiver. So now that I'm inside close, like I said, the safeties just play it differently, and I can just hit him right over the top from behind. So if you're within 3 yards, he's the read. If you're within 5, it's going to be the B route. Let's say within 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. If you're a couple yards back. I think this play is also in the Patriots playbook, if I do remember correctly. But like I said, he just gets outside of most coverages. So it's really all about spacing. Against an online opponent, a lot of times I find the running back is going to be a really good option, especially against man. A lot of times where people don't follow, in red zones especially, I find that users online, a lot of times they'll be chasing something, and then the running back will come open right over the middle. You won't necessarily see that against the computer, but online you will see that quite a bit, where they don't follow the running back like they're supposed to, especially if they're in a man coverage. So you really have a lot of different options as far as that goes. And then, like I said, the back of the end zone, you're hitting that B route. It's a money play pretty much every time. So that's it. That's the vid. If you guys want to see more, you know, situation-specific plays like this, do me a favor. Let me know in the comments section, or hit the like button. I'll do that next. If you want to see more Panthers plays, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'll do that next. Other than that, thanks for watching. Man, money shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.